Hello and welcome. I'm Smiley, and today we'll be talking about knowledge. I don't know if you guys have ever heard this before, but I have heard it plenty over the course of my life. That knowledge is power. It's a very common saying, and we all know this is true. But in order for that knowledge to be of great use, you have to be able to put that knowledge into perspective. And knowing this is incredibly important when you're reading the Bible, because when you're reading the word, you need to be able to zoom out. You need to be able to put it into perspective. Who am I reading this from? Who is this message directed at? Why is this message directed at these specific people? And what was going on during the time? What's the historical background behind some of the words that I'm reading? All of these things matter to the reasoning behind why God said what he said at a particular time, or why he said what he said to a particular people. If you're still confused, that's fine. I personally am more of a story person and more of a picture person, so I'm going to refer to a story in the Bible or a saying in the Bible to better help you paint the image of what it is I'm talking about. So, in the Bible, God says that it is easier for a rich man to enter in through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. Put the exact verse on the screen, Smiley, so they can see what this exact verse is saying. It seems as though God is saying it's impossible for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of heaven. But if you understand the historical context and you zoom out of exactly what you're reading and you put it into the perspective of those who were in that time, people commonly understood that the eye of a needle was a very narrow entering. So if you understand the historical context and the words used during that time and what those words were referring to, it's a lot easier for you to be able to come to the conclusion about what God is saying, and also maybe even to put it into perspective in your own life. So you have to put things into perspectives, not only your perspective, but the perspective of those that God is directly speaking to in the Bible, in order for you to be able to fully use the knowledge of the word. Zoom out of directly what you're looking at and put everything that you're reading into the context of the time period and into the context of the Bible in and of itself. And yeah, so that's really all I want to say for this video. So as per usual, I am not going to do all of that, but